Peter, what did you notice, observe in yourself and in your body during the yoga session?
I felt a lot of relief throughout, like physically throughout my body. I think I felt lightheaded at times, but then as I stood up, I felt that go down my arms and down my legs and out into whatever.
Right.
That's how I felt physically. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
What ways might the practice of yoga cultivate reflexivity and presence in your mind?
Yeah, if that happens consistently, I just, because of what happened, first question, I felt just really calm.
Right.
And sort of centered in on calm. Not necessarily anything particular, but just I'm always really fidgety.
Yeah.
All the time, and that was gone at that point, which I think. So from that provides, in terms of reflexivity and presence, it gave me a lot more presence in the moment, in this moment right now, but also it stimulated, because I felt that about my body and I recognized that I was feeling that about my body. It stimulated me to look at other things in the same sort of look into myself a little bit and how I was feeling at the time. I too discovered I was hungry. But also I don't know. And so for presence and reflexivity for outside, I think it opens up space.
Yeah. I think that's really legitimate. I remember you were talking earlier about how you would go out on the water and you would ocean paddle, and that would serve as a meditative practice. And I really connected with what you were speaking about there. Because I use running for sort of a similar, not that it always happens, but usually it's simply on a run. I just click and I'm smelling the air and feeling it, and that's restorative.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I've been interested in doing is finding ways to do that don't just involve running or connecting, being able to connect with that in ways. And something that I think Sarah's shown me in this class was that this particular practice could be useful in my day-to-day life as something that I should potentially look at. Did you perhaps see a connection between that activity and this activity, and so this activity is so easy to just bring into your day-to-day life, the idea of just connecting with the breath?
Definitely. It's different in that I don't feel the physical exhaustion afterwards that I do when paddling. Yeah. So I talk about it I go paddling on the water.
But it's so hard.
I go hard.
Yeah.
And very, very quickly. But I think I do feel a lot of the same ways, because I went for a run this morning. Yeah. And my body's feeling tired from the run, and then I did this afterwards, and it had that same feeling, the centering feeling. The one thing that's missing that paddling really was valuable for, though, was my connection to the natural world.
Yeah.
And something about paddling, you can be in the middle of the urban center, and when you're on the water, you're in the wilderness.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Because there's so much there underneath and around. You just feel disconnected with the built world, and you are on. It's the water. You're rising and falling with the water. You're
part of it. You're part of nature.
A natural system.
Yeah.
And you know how you're acutely aware of how sensitive you are to the whims of the natural system when you're on the water.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing that I haven't had a really easy time finding elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, keep paddling. I think that might be specific to that one as well.
Yeah. But I get it.
Yeah.
Biking, because I'm acutely aware of how sensitive I am to the whims of the cars flying by me.
Yeah.
And so it's different, but it's similar.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's interesting, this connection. So, I wanted to talk about that, like, really quick before we
Awesome.
video it up. Start.
Good.